In Oswego County, the County Social Services Commissioner has asked the state to review the case of Erin Maxwell. Maxwell was found in her Palermo home at the end of August. She died at University Hospital. The county wants the New York State Office of Children and Family Services to review a series of reports that was called into social services over several years. Jim Kenyon's digging deeper tonight. He has more new information about a potential investigation from the state.
So Erin Maxwell lived pretty much in seclusion with her family in this house outside of Palermo. There were a number of people who were concerned about her welfare and the living conditions inside that house. They reported those living conditions to the Oswego County Department of Social Services, which investigated. And now, many of those same people wonder if more could have been done to prevent her murder.
I think Erin died a slow death.
Kevin Gibbs and his fiancée called Oswego County Child Protective Services 2 years ago after one of their daughters brought home a classmate, Erin Maxwell, seen here as the smiling child in the white dress.
All day long, this child did nothing but eat.
She was starving?
She seemed to be hungry.
When Gibbs' fiancée, Jackie Siver, took Erin Maxwell back to her Palermo home, she found what state police found the day the child died on August 29th. It was a house full of animals, garbage and excrement, and an overpowering stench.
She walked in the front door, and she literally had to step over 4 feet of cat waste, cat litter. The smell was overwhelming.
Gibbs said the Oswego County Department of Social Services investigated conditions at the home and then called them several days later.
And they stated exact words. As long as she had 1 meal a day, a roof over her head, and they provide medical care, there was nothing they could do about the living conditions in that home. That was their choice to live that way. But is that the choice of a child? It was, we were shocked.
That was 2 years ago. Now, with the death of Erin Maxwell, Social Services Commissioner Frances Lanigan has asked the State Office of Children and Family Services to review the county's involvement with Erin Maxwell. She stated that their last involvement was 2 years ago, and there were no facts that would predict a homicide. Legislature Chairman Barry Lehman also says he will review the case.
We think it's an awful tragedy. If we have any sort of a part in it, if we've done anything wrong, we certainly want to be made aware of it, and we want to hold the people accountable for it.
We can't force people to do their dishes or vacuum their floors, but we can certainly change the Bill of Rights for children and their living conditions.
Kevin Gibbs is traveling to Albany this week. He's hoping state government will take notice of what happened inside this home in Palermo.
And Matt and Jackie, we posted the full news release from the Department of Social Services on our website, WSTM.com.
So sad.
Jim, it's, you know,
terrible,
really tragic. But, Jim, you also talked to Commissioner Frances Lanigan by telephone.
Yes.
What did she have to say?
Well, she said the last time they investigated the Maxwell home was 2 years ago. And I asked her, did they do anything about it? And the only thing she would say is that her department would not have closed out the investigation if an action had not been taken. I asked her to elaborate on it, and she said she could not because of the police investigation.
Well, okay, that brings us to the police investigation then, which is not yet complete, we understand, right?
That's right. We have no arrests yet. Last week, you know, the state police said that the stepbrother was a person of interest in this case, and there are reports, published reports, that the girl had been raped and strangled.
We'll get to the bottom of this eventually, but you're right, to initiate a state investigation sounds like the right step next.
Well, they got to find out what happened.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim.